Well, today on Mr. Rodder's Neighborhood with a fresh haircut and the super stock Buick just freshly broken in. We're on to another project, back to one that everyone's already seen before. One that I called the IDGAF Friday 430. So we'll flip the camera around. We're going to assemble this engine as a stock, pretty much a stock 69 430, but there is a few differences and a couple small changes that I'll make to I feel greatly improve the engine's durability and longevity. But without further ado, we'll get the camera flipped around and we'll get this project kicked off. So this one here bagged up, just came back from the machine shop. This is the I Don't Give a F Friday 430. They had to take it 60 over, so I will be assembling that motor here soon. It's going back together virtually stock. It is 10 1/4 to 1 compression. I have a set of 69 430 heads for it, so it will come out to be pretty close to being high compression, but it is 60 over, so it'll be 440 something cubes maybe. Here's the 430 Buick that came back from the machine shop. The block has been cleaned. It's been bored 60 over. That was the only way to go to get all those pits out. It's the same one you saw the pitting in the cylinders months ago, but I'd already cleaned it up, done the oiling mods on the block, as you can see here, and now it's a freshly cleaned block. But the problem is, when you look at, say the cylinder's already been bored and honed, there's like a light dusting of just stuff in there, right? So it most likely is metal shavings, being that it came from the machine shop, or just leftover stuff from honing. But either way, the way the old schoolers used to do it was they'd wash it up. So there's a trick to this. The big thing is, if you were to put just like regular hose water on here from your tap and start scrubbing this block, it would flash rust almost right before your eyes. So the easiest thing to do is you pick a nice hot day, like, well, today is actually pretty hot. It's about 90 something degrees. But I also use water. This is like super hot from the tap. It's about as hot as I can get it. And then I just add a couple of drops of Dawn dishwashing detergent. And then my hose, my garden hose here, is actually hooked up to my hot water heater. Okay, so the drain on the bottom of the hot water heater. So that means I'm going to get fairly hot water coming out of this hot water heater. And that's how I'm going to keep it from flash rusting. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a scrub and wash it down, get it ready for paint, and then I can start assembling this 430. Metal should be on the ground. We gotta go dry it off. It's been pretty much cleaned and bored and honed to it's a 60 over 430 now, which makes it about, I don't know, 440 cubic inches or so. But this is the one I did all the oiling mods on for the block, the mains, the pickup, the pump assembly, and all that. So I got the block cleaned up, painted. It still needs every plug put in it, plus the cam bearings. But I'll have to clean it up some because it's flash rusted after I've washed it. So. And always make sure that you wash them when you get back from the machine shop. It could have some metal shot in it or a little bit of metal filings from having machine work done. So this, unfortunately, is one of the things. You go from a beautiful block to an instantly flash rusted block when you wash it, and then you just clean everything off. That's what I've done here on most of the machine surfaces with a rotary tool. Okay, so the pistons, they're just a stock replacement for cast piston. They are 10 1/4 to 1, just like what would have been factory in the 67 through 69 430. We got some Hastings. These are just your standard cast iron ring. I know these are cam boxes and lifters and stuff, but it's not from Trower. It's actually a cam that I used earlier, and this is a 370 horse 455 camshaft I'm going to put in this thing. I think it's, you know, these things are few and far between. They're only available in 70, and this one's out of a 70 Electra deuce and a quarter, which the Electra was essentially the top of the line, so you could get almost any motor you wanted in it. But this was a 370 horse 70 455, so it'll run pretty good in this 10 1/4 1 compression 430. All right, so we got a 5/8 pickup from TA, freeze plugs, and then dual groove bearings from TA like I normally do, and of course our regular Phil-Pro gasket set. So the other things I have here that is kind of, it's a melee of all kinds of stuff that's been put together, but in here somewhere is a neoprene front seal. I have the rear seal here from BOP Engineering. I like to use these rear main seals. They're actually for a Pontiac, but they're real simple to use, and I have not had one leak yet, so I kind of just stick to them. So like I said, we have the neoprene front seal and stuff in here. Over at the blaster, we got the timing cover, which is actually a 430 timing cover. If you want to know the difference, all you do is look at the timing tab on them. This one only goes from 0 to 8. The early 400 and 430, that's exactly their forte. All the 455s and later have a 12-degree timing mark on there that says 12. So trying to put this one back together as a stock 430. It'll be a nice driver for somebody, but I think that extra oomph from the bigger camshaft from the 370 horse 455 will probably make this thing a little bit more torquey than what it was from the factory. I'm hoping so. But other than that, that's kind of where we stand today with getting this block put together. So I'll start, we'll do another video where we actually get the motor, start assembling the engine, and then drop the crank in it, which I got the crank over there, and the heads, I'll have to go through them. So I'll show you how to do a cheap at-home cylinder head rebuild. So other than that though, stay tuned. This is what we're working on now. I don't give a F Friday or F it Friday 430. The one that really had the small oil passage here that was drilled only to, it wasn't even 7/16. So I can't figure out why they did it, but now it's gonna be the give a F Friday. So we're gonna get it put back together and frying some tires, and then get it out of here. Hopefully somebody will want it. All right, so I'll talk to you later. I'll see you. Oh, hey, and don't forget, we're having an event called the No Name Nationals, Sykeston, Missouri, September 30th, October 1st. It's at Jeffers Motorsports Park. You can pre-register on nonamenationals.com. You can even buy pre-registered spectator tickets on there. You'll save yourself $5 on the spectator ticket. At the gate, it's going to be $20. Pre-registered is $15 a day. So make sure you head on over to nonamenationals.com and get yourself enrolled.